Okay, we're going to go ahead and announce the verdict here today in cause number DC 1714566-C, Hector Escobar versus Minwara Ansar. Counsel, if the presiding juror could please stand. Now it seems a little silly, but we're just going to follow the ritual. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and announce the verdict, and you're going to tell me if this was the verdict of the jury. Question number one, whose negligence of any of those listed below do you find proximately caused the collision made the basis of this suit? Minwara Ansar, no. Hector Escobar, no. And you did not answer questions 2 or 3. Was that the verdict of the jury? I need to hear out loud, Mr. Rowland. You're muted.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. In an abundance of caution, because this is a new process, I'm going to go ahead and poll each member of the jury. Although we do have a signed charge, I do want to poll each member of the jury. If all the jurors could unmute, I'm going to ask you if you agree to this verdict and the all answers therein. And so I'm going to go through juror 1, juror 2, juror 3. You're going to say your name, your juror number, and then if you agree with the verdict, which is what was just read. So juror number 1, if you could please stand. Where's juror number 1?
Miss Bowie.
Ms. Bowie, if you could please stand, state your name, your juror number, and whether or not you agree with the verdict.
Bowie, juror number 1, and yes, I agree with the verdict.
Juror number 2.
Juror number 2, and I do agree with the verdict.
And you're state your name, sir.
It's Raul Longoria.
Thank you. Juror 3.
Rodney Rowland, juror number 3. I agree with the verdict.
Thank you. Juror 4.
Richard Ludwig, juror number 4.
And you agree?
Yes.
Okay. Juror 5.
Monica Fusilier, juror number 5, and I also agree.
Juror 6.
Juror 6, Manso, I agree with the verdict.
Okay. And so could you state your full name, sir?
Willie Manso.
Okay. Juror 7.
Lindsay Davis, and I do agree, juror number 7, and I do agree with the verdict.
Juror 8.
Hope Rosales, juror 8, I agree with you.
Juror 9.
Juror 9, Cynthia Irvin, I do agree.
All right. That was a good presentation there, Ms. Irving. Juror 10.
Juror 10, Hannah Brumblow, and I do agree with the verdict.
Juror 11.
Juror 11, Armando Villarreal, and I agree with the verdict.
And juror 12.
Juror 12, Maya Williams, I agree with the verdict.
Okay. Is there any further request to poll the jury by the plaintiff?
No, Your Honor.
Any further request to poll the jury by the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The court will accept your verdict. As I said before, I want to thank you so much for your service. You're part of a historic experiment here that hopefully will be able to be repeated so we can return to jury trials here in Dallas County and get the wheels of justice turning again. This went as well as I think it possibly could have, and despite of some minor tech issues, I'm thrilled that we were able to get a verdict. Does any of the jurors have any questions or any comments they wanted to make about your experience or anything that we could have done to make this go more smoothly?
No,
We
Your
did.
Honor.
Sorry.
Mr.
Brumlow?
Villarreal.
There were a couple times when you gave us breaks, but then kind of rescinded it pretty quickly. So it just wasn't clear as far as, okay, go take a break.
So should I have given you more time on breaks or less time?
I believe it came from Mrs. Purdy, who said, take 5 minutes, take bathroom break. And you came on and said, come on back. And I was caught.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. That's good. That's good. We're all working out the little details. That's great advice. Mr. Brumlow, Ms. Brumlow?
We did discuss it probably would have worked a little smoother had we gotten the iPads from the get-go, as opposed to waiting till the day of. So
So what I think we'll do if we do this again is just do jury selection in the morning and then deliver the iPads in the afternoon. And then I think you're right that kind of caused some, I'm so used to working with the county, and the county's usually so slow about everything. I never expected them to be that fast about getting you guys iPads. And so it was, but that was good. It was good, but I appreciate that. That's great advice. Anything else? Do you feel that the format changed your verdict at all or affected your thinking on the case at all?
No.
You would have done this, you think, the same whether it was in person or live?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, Mr. Maldonado, Mr. Archibald, do you guys have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
So obviously this is a brand new format for everybody. I'm just curious if there's any feedback you guys have for us as the attorneys that would make it easier or better for you as far as technology is concerned, or anything I could do aside from my dog now showing up. But is there anything that I could do to make it easier in a more seamless transition?
Anything,
Maybe
guys?
just work through some of the technical issues of presenting ahead of time, make sure that works smoothly.
Right.
One of the other jurors said it would have been helpful to have a drawing of how the accident happened. Do you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, anything else, guys? Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and excuse you from jury service. Nancy, is there anything else you need from them? All right, for those of you who requested excuses, Nancy's going to go ahead and send those to your emails. If you don't get those, feel free to call Rhonda, my court coordinator. You have her phone number, and she'll make sure to get that to you, okay? I'm sorry?
Oh, what about the iPads? Are they?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a very good question. So the marshal's office will go ahead and reach out to you. Something I mentioned to the alternate is that the iPads are going to be, they're going to reach out to you. They'll come and pick them up. Please cooperate with them on that, because these are not our iPads. They're not even Dallas County's iPads. They're with the State Office of Court Administration. And they say if they're out for too long, they'll start. Let's say it takes you 2 weeks or something, or a week to get it back, then they'll start making a really loud noise. So don't obviously try to get it back to the marshals as soon as possible. And the marshals will reach out to you, hopefully today, but very soon, try to go pick those up.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? That was a great question, though.
No.
No, that's it.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for your service. I thought this was really helpful, and we will. Oh, and the people are clapping. We don't need to clap. So, all right. Thank you so much. You guys have a great day. We're going to go ahead and release you now.
Right.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Mr. Rowland, for your help. We appreciate it.
Mr. Rowland, great job, Mr. Rowland.
Yes.
All right.
So how did the Adobe sign go? Did that work out, or did they have to just
Oh, that's a good question.
do a signature?
So let me wait for the juror. Or did Mr. Rowland stay on? Okay. Let me go ahead and release these jurors. So let me just kind of tell you what happened. So